Good morning, everyone. This is Sky Juice coming to you live and direct from the beautiful island of Puerto Rico. We are on day two. This is a morning call, the AM call for the February 2015 water fast with Van, Spider Van. And I'm actually still in bed now because I just woke up 10 minutes ago and I'm still feeling sleepy, but because the power of technology is so awesome, because the power of technology is so awesome, we can still connect while we're in our pajamas. So, right now I see we have one person on the line, besides Van and I, which is Prema. That's awesome. Um, Van, you need to mute yourself, or I'll do it for you. Okay. Just make sure the feedback. But basically, I guess the first thing I want to do is ask Prema, since you're online, how was it a challenge? What are your thoughts, concerns, questions?
Yes, it's a challenge because I realize I gotta like push back everything that reminds me of eating. So I have things that are like in the cabinets that I kind of moved where they're out of sight, so I don't like directly have to look at them. And I'm going to empty my refrigerator pretty much. And I had a little on my thigh. I had a little bubble like, and I'm taking that must be something that's being released. And I took a bath this morning. I'm realizing that I really do have to be conscious in every moment. It's like you were saying about getting up, and getting down, changing my elevation. So being in a warm bath, just standing up. As I was standing up, I was remembering to be conscious. So it's like helping me. I think it's going to help me to be more disciplined.
Absolutely. This is actually what it's all about. For me, I could definitely tell you my thoughts when it was really like later in the afternoon. It dawned on me how food is a part of what I do. Eating is a part of what I do. Like it's like a daily activity for me. And so if I'm not eating at least 3 times a day, more than that anyway, but if I'm not eating like 3 times a day, then those moments are filled with what should I be doing right now? So you really have to kind of get busier, or at least have something to fill in that time when you would walk in the kitchen, walk in the fridge, make a meal. Because for me, of course, I'm cooking too, right? So yesterday I didn't cook at all. Actually, I did. I cooked once for the day for my family, but it was easy. It was like spaghetti and sauce for them, and I was like, too bad for y'all. I'm not making nothing extra fancy. But I think for me, it's. I always say it's the most challenging for me because I have to prepare food. I have to prepare food we have volunteers who come down for the farm, and I have to cook 3 square meals for them every day. So yesterday I didn't, but starting and today I won't. I don't do it every day. I do Sunday and Monday I'm off. So Tuesday through Saturday I have to make 3 meals a day for volunteers who are helping us work on this farm. And so that is hard because the food is sitting right there next to me. So I have to be really like conscious, and I feel like I honestly feel like I just want to go somewhere. Like I want to go to the bushes or the woods or something like that and have no refrigerator and no cooking elements, nothing remotely dealing with food at all. And it would just be better for me, you know? So that's just basically my issue that I have to fight with this. That's my big issue that I have to fight. Yesterday I was like, my two thoughts were, well, actually I had three. My three thoughts were, okay, now that I'm not eating, what do I do now? My second thought was, okay, I got to cook for folks, and I got to, cook and leave the kitchen. And the third thing was, I think sometimes eating makes me relieves boredom for some reason. Like I had a sense of I felt bored for a while. I mean, and I don't even really have the time to be bored because I got plenty to do. But there was like a sense of like I was bored. I was like, gosh, if I was eating right now, I think I would be having fun, you know. So those are some of the thoughts that I had yesterday, and I'm gonna, just push on. To me, I just take this every day because that's how I feel about it. I can't even see 21 days. That's just too much. So I'm just gonna do my fast today. That's how I look at it.
Yeah,
Dan, are you with
that.
us?
Oh,
Go ahead, Prema.
well, I was going to say that was a challenge for me too. I have a lot. I work at home, and I don't have a stove, and I live alone, so that's making it easier. Uh, and I'm inspired to hear that Van is at work because that tells me that you can still be in the world.
Exactly. And Van, what about you? Can you share for a minute?
Oh yeah, I tell you. Do you guys hear feedback from me or?
No, we hear you clearly.
Okay, I'm hearing the echo from myself. Okay, so for me, what I did is I gave away all the food I had. I just gave it away. I had some guests over like the day before the fast, and I went somewhere the night before the fast. So the person that came to my house, she got a lot of stuff. And the place I went, they got everything that I could, any perishables I had from meat on down to veggies, fruit. I just packed it and I just made like a care package and I just gave it away. It was going to go bad anyway, so I just gave it away. I don't eat too many canned goods, so I didn't, I just basically don't have any food in the house. And that helped. The whole issue about eating and boredom, I can relate to that 100%. I love to eat. It's like a recreational, like a hobby of mine. I love textures of food. I love sweets mixed with salts and sours, and I love it all. I love food. I just love it. And so it's a real challenge. It's a really big challenge. But I'm so inspired by, what I'm trying to accomplish with this fast that it doesn't even affect me. I'm ready for bigger things, and that's what this fast signifies. So I can relate to both what both of you guys are saying. And I woke up with a massive headache this morning. Once I got going, I feel great. I feel like I could lift 1,000 pounds right now.
Exactly. Well, I feel like for folks like Van who are either not on the call, there's some couple people who are on YouTube watching live, which is cool. So feel free to post a comment if you have something to say. I'll check back in over there in a minute. But folks who are actually working out there in the world, it's also this whole thing is a challenge, But having the energy to work and do physical work, and of course you can't do construction work, but to physical work is also mental work. If you have to sit in front of a computer and think some stuff out, you can kind of wear yourself out a bit. And part of fasting, the reason why fasting is something where you can't exert yourself physically, it's because fasting is something where you have to rest when needed. I know sometime in the afternoon yesterday, I was in front of the computer from the morning till afternoon, and all of a sudden I just rose up and went and laid down for like 3 hours. And if folks can do that, then do it. If you work on a 9 to 5, then as soon as you get home, have that like early evening nap. You know, just go sleep. And if you live, you know, in a place at work where you can, there's a little back office where you can take a power nap, even if it's 20 minutes, try to get some sleep in, try to get some rest in, because this is what fasting is about. Fasting is letting the body take a rest. And the number one way we rest is by sleeping. So, you know, sleep more, sleep harder, go to bed early even. Like, for example, if we have our call and as soon as you're finished listening or being a part of it, jump in the bed and end that night. You know what I mean? Staying up till 1 and 2 o'clock is counterproductive for fasting. So get into that bed and make your, you know, get your little shower on and get comfy and cozy and get that rest on. That's definitely something I would have to share, because, you know, there's energy and you'll feel like you're going to go run a marathon, and there'll be moments when you are flat out exhausted. And I think from my previous experiences, the first couple days I'm more exhausted than I have energy. So that's the mode I feel like I'm in now. I feel like after this I'll probably lay up again, you know. But yeah, so those are, you know, rest as much as you can. And also in the group, I posted a book called Fasting and Eating for Health, for folks eating while you're fasting. What I was doing yesterday while I was in the kitchen is I go to YouTube and I put on water fasting. I put in a search, water, listening to anyone who is speaking their personal stories. There's a lot of people who blog or vlog about fasting. So I turn on those channels just to hear how people are feeling, and it's kind of inspirational, because there are people, especially if you put in 21-day water fast, there are a lot of people who are actually doing 21-day water fast on their own, and they're doing their own journals daily by video. And so I put them on and listen to them and listen to how they're feeling, and you're going to hear a lot of the same thing, that people are, you know, tired, they're struggling, they're going to push forward. Some people do it for days, they've lost like 6 pounds and what have you. So, you know, keep your eyes on the prize, and do so by keeping your mind within the water fasting world, you know. I mean, if you're a TV watcher, watching TV with, like, I was going to go to a Super Bowl thing yesterday. I had plans the whole week to go. And then I realized that Super Bowl and fun of it and the whole thing about it is drinking and eating. And that's what was going to be going on at this event that I was going to. And so I just decided to cancel it, because I'm not going to be enjoying like folks are enjoying, A. B, I don't even know the teams that are playing. C, I don't really know what Katy Perry sings. So the halftime show is not going to be nothing I'm interested in. So I basically home and being on my fasting kick. And I wasn't mad. I felt good. I felt comfortable. But, you know, so you have to realize that if you have a social event, that you're going to have to modify it. You know, maybe you can go to it, but maybe you might cancel. So just me sharing.
Yeah, that's cool. I mean, it's all personal. You know, it's all designed to, you cater it to yourself. You know, and that was smart, because you're right. You know, you're gonna be. It's not like everybody's supposed to not enjoy themselves because you're on a fast. You know what I mean? I mean, it's like they're gonna be eating, drinking. You're gonna be sitting there, and you're gonna wish you could be eating and drinking. So it's almost like torture. You know what I'm saying? But I love the way you put that, Sky, about fasting one day at a time. Because the last time I did the fast, I did a countdown. But this time I realized I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I want to just, today I'm fasting for today. That's it. I'm not fasting for 21 days and then 7 days after. It's just today. And I think, at least for me, and I'm sure that could probably motivate others, like you said, if they look at it that way, it's a breeze. But if you start counting it down, it's going to be rough. Because the last time I was unemployed, so I had a really easy fast. I heard a lot of people complaining about the challenges they were facing, and they were tired, and they were hurting. And yes, I channeled my water and I did all those things, but I also had the liberty to lay down whenever I wanted. I didn't have to do anything. And I wasn't even trying to find work during that fast. So I basically, that enabled me to have an easier time. This time I'm working and I'm seeing the difference. So it's one day at a time this time. I'm not counting anything down. I'm not saying, well, I got 20 days left. No, it's just today. And like you, Sky, I go on YouTube and I recommend that people do this. Put in 21-day water fast and just stay in the zone of that. That's what I was doing yesterday. Plus, I'm reading books by Dr. Masaru Emoto, who I always praise. I'm looking at Christopher Aaron's videos that you and I got acclimated with the first time, the last fast that we did. I'm just staying in the fast mode. And because it's just mental. Most of this is mental. That's really what it is. If you channel your mind properly, physically you won't have the ill effects. The whole thing about the power nap, I usually do that anyway when I'm on location and they have a couch. I'll sleep for 10 minutes. It felt like I slept for 8 hours. So these are things that can help, anyone to have a really great experience during their fast. And please do meditate. That's another thing. Meditate. It's going to help. It's definitely going to pull you through this experience.
I'm real glad to hear that you say it's more mental than physical, because I've been kind of anxious about the physical. The mental, I think I can hang, but the physical is like, it's unknown to me because I haven't done this before. And I think, Sky, if your mic is on, maybe that's why Van and I are getting feedback.
Well, it might be me. Let me mute myself. Hold on, let me mute myself.
Okay.
Is that better?
Yeah, that's better. Now I don't hear the feedback. And I have a question. What's the difference between like doing water and doing like cherry juice or just plain green juice? Or can you talk about that?
Yeah. So the difference between doing water and like a juice fast. So scientifically speaking, juicing is not fasting, okay? Because fasting, just the term fast, steadfast, whole fast, it means to stop. So when someone says I'm on a juice fast, that means they're fasting from juice, right? So juicing is really beneficial to the body. It's really great, but it's almost like a reverse of water fasting because you're inundating your body with nutrients, with vital nutrients, and it's really good for you. However, fasting processes differently. So when you just drink water and water contains not one nutrient and no calories whatsoever, the body stops digesting. The body stops. It just stops. Okay? And so now you are still a living being, so the body still has to process. So instead of us being in the mode we have been since birth, which is nursing and breastfeeding and eating, the body is now in a particular way of being that we are actually created to be in, which is a fasting mode. And after a couple days of being on water alone, the body starts consuming fat for fuel. we have this I guess you could say this trigger within us because the original human being was not a farmer. We were actually we actually were, what is the word, where you just walk and pick and find.
Hunter-gatherer.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So the original man, for more than we actually have been farming, was hunter-gatherer. And therefore, there were periods of time when there was abundance, and there was a period of time when there was famine. And so the way we ate originally was we ate when we had a lot, and when we didn't have a lot, we ate less, and when we didn't have nothing, we didn't eat at all. And so we were able to completely, fully function without eating. And so the human body is exactly the same human body as was the original man. Whatever time period people want to go back, as far as you can go back, paleontology, what have you. So the difference with water fasting is the body starts breaking down fat for fuel, which is called the process of ketosis, and also the body starts consuming that which doesn't belong. So it's like a metabolic process that naturally happens to us. It actually happens to us every single night, because that's the one longer period of time per day that we are not eating, and then we're just extending it. So you know, if someone chose to do a juice cleanse, then that's fine, because that's still more of a cleanse. It's more of a rejuvenation. It's more of a, I guess you could say, like a big vitamin boost. And it does help the body in different ways. I mean, the body still loses weight, and there's certain things that are very similar to what happens in water fast, due to the fact that when you're just doing juicing liquids, you're still not getting all the calories that you would if you were eating. So you're still going to reduce your size pretty quickly as well. However, in fasting, folks lose approximately 1 to 2 pounds a day in water fasting, and then as it goes on down in the further days, like after 20 days, a lot of people will have lost between 30 to 40 pounds. Well, I'll say 20 to 40 pounds, depending on the individual. And as you go further and further, like to 40 days fasting, it might drop down to one pound a day. But many people lose drastic amounts of weight very quickly on water fasting, and that's because the body requires the energy to function, and so it's burning up the fat fairly quickly. And I hope I answered that well enough for you to get.
Yeah, thank you very much.
So I think that's it for today. We're going to check back in this evening. Everyone, just stay on your water and just keep drinking and drink some more and drink some more. And have a wonderful day. Van, you'll be back home by then, so we'll talk more. So y'all have a great day, and if there's anything you want to add, just post it in the group or message one of us. I'm here today, so it's all good.
Yeah, I just want to thank you guys for being on the call. Thanks, Prema, for for your diligence and your dedication, and it will pay off. And like I said, and like Scott said, it's just one day at a time. That's it. Don't look at it as, oh, I got 20 more days. That'll definitely deflate your confidence in moving forward. Just one day at a time. That's it. That's what I'm doing. That's what Scott's doing. That's the way to go. And for everybody listening, that's the way to go. One day at a time. Before you know it, time flies. So before you know it, it'll be the 21st, 22nd Feb, and what an accomplishment. And everyone, take before and after photos of yourself. Take some before photos. You don't have to post them. It could be personal. I'll probably post mine. I'm going to take some before photos tonight. And every 5 or 6 days, I'll take another few, And you know, by the time this is over, you'll see a significant difference. You know, so that'll be a motivator for yourself in the future as well. So anyway, that's all I got.
Talk to you guys. Peace.
All right, Sky. All right, Prema. Have a good day. All right, everybody. Take care. Thanks for listening. Bye.